So, hi everybody. I see you're joining now. I think, welcome. First of all, welcome to our short webinar today. I think first of all, some technical things. It would be great if you can just cut off your voice and your video. So it's not that we don't want to see you all, but that always leaves a smart pling on our side. So might be easier for us to communicate without it. Yeah, we have some people waiting, so I'm waiting with the introduction of myself, ourselves. So just a few seconds, please. So there we are. Yeah. So I think we'll just starting right now. So if people are coming up, I will just let them join us, and I think they can easily follow us. Yeah, so welcome today for our small webinar with the Handy and the guys from the Handy. Maybe first introduction from our side before I jump into Norway. My name is Björn. I'm a sales manager here at Orion for several countries and especially for toys. Working for Orion since almost 20 years now. So yeah, that's very small and short introduction of myself. Together with me is Maybrit, to my right.
Yes, my name is Maybrit. I work for Orion for 4 years now, and I'm a sales manager as well.
Yes, and on the other side, on Norway, joining us from the founders of the Handy, Jens and Alexander. Say hello.
Hello. Hi. So my name is Jens, and I'm one of the co-founders together with Alexander. So I don't know how much you want to know about us before we start, but in terms of background, Björn.
Yeah, it's just a short introduction. I think give us a background about your company. We can just start with the first question. I think that's really good. Yeah, how do you came together? What kind of meeting do you have, and how did it come that you end up in our industry with creating a masturbator?
Yeah, well, it's a pretty long story, but I'll try to keep it short and sweet. Basically, my background is from management consulting and corporate finance. So I used to work with numbers and business strategy. When I got tired of that, I quit my job, decided to look for something else. In that path, I met up with a previous client of mine, and we ended up sitting down together looking at the various opportunities. And then quite randomly or coincidental, we met Alexander. This was back in 2017, the autumn of 2017. And Alexander came to us with the idea of making a masturbation machine. He was actually trying to get funding for that. And first we were a bit skeptical, I have to be honest, but after doing a thorough analysis of the market and what we defined as a clear gap in the market space, we went ahead and made this. So before I talk further about that, maybe you Alexander, can just give a short introduction of how you came up with this idea.
Yeah. Hi everybody, Alexander, one of the engineers in the Handy team and like the creator. Back in even further back than 2017, I imported some Chinese male masturbators in 2011 actually, and I saw the quality of this male toy market was pretty poor. During the next 6 years, I had this idea and I did some prototyping and testing. But in 2017, I was like, okay, quit my job and let's make this a full-time project. Of course, creating a company, you need help for funding and financial help and stuff like that, especially when you're an engineer. So that was really good when I can join people like Jens and Nikolai to help me out on that aspect. But the problem was the toys that was out there, they were so poorly built. The quality was really bad and they simply didn't work. You couldn't finish the job, so to say, with the products that were out there. And I was pretty sure that with my skill set, I could do a better product, make a better product. I have background in from mechanics and mechanical engineering and cybernetic engineering from the defense industry, making remote control weapon systems. So I had all the necessary skill set, I think, to bring this kind of product to the market. Of course, I thought it was a quick job, maybe a couple of months to do this, but it took us roughly 2 years with prototype testing, feedback from the customers and everything. What we created, the Handy, is of course a toy is something you can feel and hold, but the real interesting aspect of it is that it has several connection points with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So that's where the real developments and the magic happens. And when we'll probably get to that later, Björn.
Yeah, but the main, to have an idea, the main idea was really to have from the quality side, that you see quality-wise, there should be some new experiences, some new steps to where you came from.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, the first thing that we did when Alexander knocked on our door was basically to really map the market, trying to understand how the market functioned, what kind of products that were out there, and if we believe that we could make something that would meet the requirements of the audience or the customers. Mm-hmm. So what we realized is, of course, that a lot of products, they claim to be able to do this and that. So we figured that, okay, if we're going to do this, we can't just claim it, but we need to be sure that we are able to deliver on what we promise.
Got it. So before we get the next question, as there are some new people entered, maybe some technical things as well. If you have any questions from about any topic, you can mention it at the end through our chat, or you put the question into the chat right now, and we will answer on that later on when we are finished with our script here. Just to make sure that all the chat news questions can be read by everyone. So just to make sure that every one of you is aware of that the questions are open. Yeah, so put the questions in the chat. We will try to answer them as soon as possible, or in the end when we have some time left to work on that. Yeah, so that's just some technical things as we have some new guests here. Yeah, so your turn.
And can you show us how exactly the Handy works, like with the connection and the button, the stroker, cleaning maybe also?
Yeah, I think we can maybe try to do like an unboxing thingy here on the camera. So to just get started here with the packaging, you have the Handy with the sleeve, and you have a power supply. One common question is why don't we have batteries inside the machine? But inside here there's a really powerful motor, so the battery size of this thingy would be extremely large to handle this device.
Yeah,
So,
one of the main questions, sorry to interrupt you, is really that, okay, why do we have a power cord and not a remote control or whatever?
so in order to have enough juice, so to say, in order to get the job done, the power, there's a quite big brushless motor in here. So yeah, basically the battery size of this thing would be so huge, and it also will triple the production cost of this device. So you probably have to sell it for 500 euros at least.
Yeah, and if I can just come with a comment there. If you look at other competitive products, if they do not have a power supply, they're normally a brush motor, meaning this is a brushless motor, which you have a lot of benefits with in terms of power, control, and also sound. But if you have a normal brush motor, that will require less energy.
Okay.
Yeah, so user manual. I cheated a little bit with the power supply here. So first of all, the things that we wanted to address when making the handy is that the current situation, the current products out there, they didn't fit everybody, and it couldn't be customized for different penis sizes. So that's like the first UPS that we needed to get going. So how we achieve it is that there's a sleeve where you enter with your penis. You can use it with or without lube inside the flexible sleeve. And you connect it with your penis inside. And then you can put the sleeve inside the band. And then you can adjust how much gripping force you want with the band thingy.
So in terms of information for retailers, what the key USPs or unique selling points that we market to the consumers are what we say GPS, grip, power, and speed. And that is also what you can find from our marketing video that we've made, that Orion as well has access to for the different retailers. So, you know, the grip, the one size fits all, the power, meaning that it needs to be a sufficient power to get the job done. And lastly, the flexibility in sorry, English word. Strokes.
On how far I will show you that as well. Yeah, the diameter here of the sleeve is so flexible and the band, so you can.
Sorry guys, we can't hear you.
You cannot hear us?
No, yet now it's better.
Yeah, sorry. The flexibility of the diameter here, so you can still hear us, Björn?
Yes.
Yeah. That you can adjust it so it's really is a product that fits all shapes and sizes. That was like the key element that we need to tackle here for this kind of products, that you don't have to buy special sleeve for the different penis sizes and different shapes. That if you can make some kind of system that is super flexible, then you don't need to have the logistical problem of serving all these different types of penis shapes.
Another element that is important to be aware of,
which also is another selling point, is the ability you have to actually use your manual strokers with the handy. So that means that customers coming in can actually benefit from the handy by using their own, or by then an additional manual stroker at the store that they can use, or if they have a favorite sleeve, etc. So
does it mean that all the retailers can maybe create extra sales on that? Is that right? So they can maybe always like a loop, you can always add or sell loop to it, or another sleeve?
Absolutely, we're selling online as well, and especially in the US, the demand for alternative sleeves, manual strokers is quite high. So that's definitely something that retailers should focus on.
So the let's call handy the basic products, and whatever you can attach and customize this product as much as you want. So this sleeve here is the complementary sleeve that follows the product, but feel free to use whatever manual stroker you want and make it automatic. Also the coupling here, the plastic part where the band size is off, you can take off the band, and we have some future products that you can clip on flashlight adapters. You can actually have full-size flashlights connected to the machine. So with that said, you power the machine, and then the machine does some internal sensor calibration system, and it takes about 2 seconds, and then it's green. And then the product is completely offline, no connection, nothing. And then you can press power, and the machine will start moving. And you can, by pressing the buttons, change how far it goes up to find the exact spot where you want. So now it's the shortest stroke, and you can have stroke length up to 100 millimeters.
And this was critical from our perspective when we looked into the market and what kind of products that were available there, because if you're going to find, or if you're going to create a masturbation machine that is flexible enough to handle all shapes and forms, then one thing is the actual grip, meaning that, okay, you need to be flexible in terms of the size, but you also need to be flexible in terms of the length. And people like different things. So by making these variables flexible, any guy, at least so far, will be able to use the handy.
And you also have the speed settings. So there's several buttons here. So there's the ones I press now is oh, there's someone who gets constantly interrupted. Björn, do you see us clearly, or is that a local issue?
No, it's fine for us.
Then I guess it's a local issue, whoever wrote in the chat there.
Yeah.
So the buttons, when the machine is completely offline, then it's up and down. You change the stroke length, how big it will stroke, and right and left buttons, you can change the speed settings.
Okay, it's very fast.
Yeah, it's very fast, up to 10 strokes per second. So it's faster than a human hand. So that's also an element that, of course, you have this one, but this one will do the job even faster.
Faster than me, yeah, right.
Faster than you, Björn, you're very slow.
Yeah.
And also another thing is the speed algorithm. So if even though it's have a different load, the machine will compensate. So when you're connected, you move position, the speed will stay the same. That's one problem with the other strokers that are out there. If you apply some load to the machine will start to slow down. But here it will apply more force to try to keep the speed that you're set.
Okay.
So
cool.
that was the machine. Basic offline use, and that's of course an experience by itself to have some automatic session that is even faster than your hand. But the real fun is when we connect the machine online. But Björn, how is
I can just comment on the cleaning part before we go, because I know that Maj-Britt asked that question.
Yeah.
It's extremable easy, especially with this sleeve. I mean, you take it off, you detach it, you turn it around, and you wash it.
Wash it with water, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, this depends on the sleeve that is used. Some sleeves might have holes on top, so that might be more difficult to clean. But at least with the sleeve that we have in the product, it's very easy to just clean it after use.
Okay, do you need to clean the product itself? Like, is there any problem? I got the question because you see the motor at the side? Is there any problem about liquids cleaning it or something?
With this sleeve, everything stays inside the sleeve. Even though if we might come some lube or anything out there, just take a cloth and apply it. So even if there's some droplets inside the machine, it's okay. But of course, you should not. This is not a waterproof product, so you should try to keep it away from liquids. You can also take off the band and then clean that as well. And also change it if you feel like this needs replacement.
Mm-hmm.
So you just said that the handy can be removed by Bluetooth. Maybe you can explain it and also tell us how secure are these connections? How safe are these?
So Handy has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Currently, we only utilize the Wi-Fi part. The Bluetooth part is part of a bigger update that comes this autumn. How it connects is first when you get the machine, you need to do a one-time setup process. So in this process, you have to apply your home Wi-Fi, select your home Wi-Fi network, and apply the password so Handy knows how to connect to your home Wi-Fi. So that's a one-time setup thing. And we have if I can share my video here, I share my screen. We have a website called Handy Setup, where you can go through tutorials and videos on how to set up this Wi-Fi.
I think we will, after the video or after the webinar today, we will of course share almost all information we show here, like our link in the store, this website, and videos we have on our YouTube channel. So you don't need to write it down right now, but we will share it afterwards.
Yes, but this is a one-time thing. When it's connected, it's a little bit tricky to show you now how you connect it online, since I cannot share my screen, since it will connect directly with the PC, so I will lose internet connection. So I cheated a little bit. This already has been connected to the online services. So just to start from beginning, I power the machine, and it does a quick calibration at every startup. And now the machine is offline. It's completely, or every time you power it, it's offline. It doesn't connect to anything. But there's a Wi-Fi button here, and you press that, it will connect to your home Wi-Fi router and then to our servers. And then it's connected. And to share my screen again. There we go. Then I can connect with and there's a unique key for each device. Let's see if I remember this one correctly. You can change this key inside the machine, and then you're connected. And everything is through a web interface. So you don't need to download an app or anything. All you have to do is have your key for your Handy. So that means you can, if you're home and your girlfriend is somewhere else, she can go to our website, handyfeeling.com, enter your code, and then she can control it. No need to set up, create an account or anything. Just go here and then press the buttons and enjoy.
And what we have, I mean, this has been tested quite thoroughly over the last year. And one of the feedbacks that we get from our customers is that they are having issues connecting to Wi-Fi. So of course it's a step-by-step manual on how to do that today. But we realize that of course people are different in terms of their competence with technology. So we are now making an app which only has a purpose of connecting the Handy to Wi-Fi. Okay. So that will basically remove all the errors or human errors in the connection process.
So then the first time you get the handy, you download our app on Android and iOS, connect it directly with Bluetooth by just holding on the button here. All the instruction will be on your phone, what you should do, the button presses, and what you should do with the handy. And then you set it up for Wi-Fi, and you get the key that I just entered in the website, and that's it. Then you never have to do with any Wi-Fi setup as long as your network is the same. So every time you want to use it online, you just press the button and you're good to go.
Okay, and is secure connecting to that website? Is that absolutely secure?
Yeah, remember my background from the defense.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
So yeah, this is more secure than the Norwegian Army remote control system.
Okay.
I can tell you that. Everything is encrypted and point-to-point communication.
Okay, and also we just got the question about the app, which you already answered. So also the app will of course be a secure thing for usage of everyone.
Yeah, and this is a very, very important matter, and it's of course important for the customers, but as well for us. So in all the work that we do, and especially where online services are included, the security and anonymity of the user is number one priority. So we don't store any data whatsoever on number of users or
how you connect. Everything is completely, so all the information that's available is the key, the actual key, and that you have completely ownership of. So if you want to change this key for your handy, you can go inside your handy and change it.
Okay.
So there's no email address, there's no user account creation, there's no analytics, there's nothing running here. No, it's not even a database. So the system is completely informationless. So this system is completely built by us to make sure that the users can have a safe experience with their sex toys. And also, what I will come to next is that you can connect it with other services than our own services to also keep you safe when you connect to other services.
Okay.
And that's, I just keep on babbling now, Bjørn. I hope that is okay.
Sure. Go ahead.
Sure, yeah. So another part there, just to finish with the current video website. There's some videos, so you can actually maybe not show this kind of stuff here.
Maybe just let me ask one more question, because we just get a question here from the chat. Is it okay if you use your handy or your mobile with 4G or 5G? Does it infect the movements in any case?
No.
Okay.
So you can use it with 4G. You can use it. Of course, if you're going to watch some videos over 4G, then you're going to run some megabytes. But just to have 4G with so you set up a hotspot on your phone, then you don't use any data.
Okay, so just take care of your database from your mobile contract, but it's not a
not a problem. Yeah.
And regarding the connecting key, is it exactly in the packaging?
No, it's inside. It's generated inside the machine. So you need to, when we have the app, you can open your app and see the key and generate a new one. But now we have a little more special system that you connect directly with your mobile phone to the machine through a system we call the access point system. So this system, a little bit hard for us to show, but you connect directly to the machine, and then you can see and change the key without going online. So this is happen locally here.
Okay.
So to answer,
the question, I hope the question was answered. So it's in the app, but it's not in the packaging, right?
Yeah. So just to clarify that, I mean, there's no unique points in the packaging. So this device is unique by itself, and it will generate its own access code.
When you
so that means, website. Sorry?
When you enter the website and you get connected, it generates a new code.
Yeah, when you connect this to Wi-Fi,
it's seen on your cell phone or on your computer.
This process is a little bit hard to show here on the webinar, but if you go to handysetup.com, there's a video there explaining this in more detail, because it's a little bit complicated for us to show it here. And in the future, let's just explain the future functionality. Then you can, in the app, our Handy app, you can download it. You connect directly with Bluetooth, and then you can press a button and see connection key, or change it. And this key is yours for the handy that you use. You can give to your girlfriend, you can use on this website, you can use it on third-party websites that has integration with Handy.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So just to move on, then another part that we have created is of course, now things will not be in sync since we're showing the video over streaming, but that you can connect it with movies, and then the machine will move in synchronized motion to the videos. Of course, now the system is a little bit broken, since you see the screen on the sharing and you see a video feed of that. But in real life, this motion is completely synced down to a couple of milliseconds. So what you feel and what you see, you will feel. And there's companies that tried this before, but then the movie moves, and then suddenly the machine moves. But in this system that we created, the motion is in perfect sync and it must be in perfect sync, or else the user experience will not be good enough. And this feedback when we created it was like, yeah, this is a cool feature, but now this is maybe one of the biggest selling points of this product, because the experience is so lifelike and so realistic that it gives a complete different sensation than anything else. And this is, of course, 2D flat movies, but now we have a partnership with a company called Sex Like Real, and they have virtual reality movies up to 8K resolution. So if you go to Sex Like Real, download that on your Oculus VR glasses, or you have like mobile phone VR headsets, you can download their app, and inside you enter the same key that I showed you here, and then it connects. You press the movie, play on the movie, and the VR movie will start to move in sync with your Handy. And this experience is really out of the world. From what we've seen.
That means that you are now preparing a lot of more videos for the audience, for consumers on handyfeeling.com, which are able to synchronize with the Handy, right? Is that what I get right?
Yeah. Okay. So we have a new website here that you see that we hope to launch next week. That we will put more video on, but this is our own websites. But what's cool is that developers, external developers, not from Handy, not from Orion, from everywhere. If you sit at home or you're a big company, there's a simple API for developers that they can connect and make applications to the Handys with just a couple of coding lines. And that means that several service providers can connect to Handy and make their movies synchronized. And one service that has it already today is sexlikereal.com. And there's maybe a handful of user-made application. There are some VR games that will come out this autumn. There are mobile phones applications. There are a webcam chat app. The possibilities are endless with this API. The third parties can make all this ecosystem around the Handy with a couple of coding lines. And that's also quite unique in the market, that we are not the only one who can develop stuff to the Handy. Everybody is invited to contribute. And so far, there are so many things that are created in like Reddit subreddit groups, forums, but also now companies are knocking on our door and like, hey, could we also integrate Handy? So yeah, of course, everybody is welcome.
But that means that even if consumers are buying it right now, or if our customers are now selling it today, they will also make use of all these new things coming up on your website, or with the connection to Wi-Fi, to
Everything,
videos and the goggles and so on. So this will all never like a stopping thing. You need to buy a new machine all the time.
It's the same machine, and when you connect it online, it will always, you can download a new update, so it will always be updated with the latest updates. So we can use all the new services. It doesn't matter if you have the old Handy or whatever. All the versions of Handy will work.
It's like with the Tesla. You buy the car, and the car improves and gets better along with the development of the software that the car uses. So it's the same with the Handy, same principle, that regardless of the version you own, you will always have access to the newest features of the product.
So this will just keep improving, and we get feedback from the users all the time. And now we have set up, from being a small company, now we have a big engineering team that takes the feedback and put it into updates, and the user can experience always new functionality improvements when the time goes by. So this product is like, we're just in a starting pit, and we just continue to develop the products. And it doesn't matter if you buy the Handy now or you bought it 1 year ago, you will still get the updates.
Okay.
Back to the feedback, how is it, the users?
Yeah, well, first of all, the feedback has been overwhelming, to be honest. And to just turn time back a bit, when we entered the market, or when we looked into the market, there were a lot of claims different products had in terms of what they could do. One of the issues with this was that everyone, or every product claimed to be the best one, could do the best thing, etc. So for us, it was important that we could actually deliver on what we promised. So all our claims should be supportive, or should be proven when a customer receives it. And the feedback so far has been extremely positive from both the community, different reviews from customers, also testers and bloggers. We have also been really stringent on not paying for reviews, meaning that all reviews and all feedback is good feedback for us, because we need to learn. So by having, you know, a huge community on Reddit, be active listeners to what the consumers want, we then adjust the offering to what the market demands. So up until now, extremely positive feedback, and we're very humble for the support, basically.
Great, good to know.
So yeah, to verify, we don't have to, we can say it, but this is just a Google search away to read the real reviews, read the Reddit comments, read the forum posts. This is, don't take our word for it. Take a Google search.
I can actually show you, Björn, just before we move on. Yeah. If you go into thehandy.com, then you have a tab up here called reviews.
Yeah, great.
And on that tab, you'll basically see we have today 30 reviews. This is real user reviews of people writing thorough analysis or thorough reviews on their experience with the Handy. And this is not something that we filter. In addition, you can press the coverage button here and see various reviews from well-known bloggers, and then make up your own mind before you buy the product.
That's great. Great stuff. Okay. Yeah, okay. Thanks for that. I think we will check the reviews and let our customers check the reviews again. So maybe if they have any questions, they can share it here, of course. Yeah, what are your next steps for next year or for end of this year, next year? I understood that, of course, the internal things like the technique will be updated automatically, so no one has to do something. Is there anything you have in mind for next year, like creating a I don't know, second version or anything like that?
Well, we definitely have a lot of ideas and a long to-do list on the development side of this. Our focus going forward now over the next year will be to make sure that the add-ons and products that you can use together with a Handy as it is today, either with a bigger band that is more suitable for bigger manual strokers, for example, specific mounts for popular manual strokers. We can also have, looking into items where you can just click on an add-on in order to have a different feeling when you use the Handy. So on the hardware side, we try to perfectionize the current, or what we can do with the current offering. And on the technological or development side, Alexander has talked a lot about it already, but we do understand that the digital face or the digital sphere of what you can do with the Handy is definitely something that we will focus on over the next year. And starting from next week, end of next week, when the new Handy Feeling site will launch, hopefully we'll be able to announce new partnerships, new service offerings, and new opportunities for all the Handy users.
Great. Okay. So, and we will of course share these information through our customers or to our customers as well. Yeah, I think so. From the product side, I think that might be it. Should I go ahead? The first thing we have now, I think we have one or two questions open. Let me just check what was the key. Maybe I just read it. I heard that the key can only connect if you run on Wi-Fi. But my question is, if, say, your girlfriend is on vacation and you want to play and her phone is on data, can you still use the key due to the security?
Yeah.
No problem at all.
As long as her phone has internet connection, then you can use it.
Okay.
And this just a quick comment on that. This is one of the reasons why we don't have an app where you need to do all of these things. We have made a conscious decision on providing all of these services through the website, Handy Feeling,
Yeah.
meaning that you can connect regardless what kind of unit you have on Wi-Fi or data, sorry.
Yeah.
So you're not limited on iOS and Android things, so it's website based.
HandyFeeling.com will work on your Android mobile, your iPhone device, your iPhone, iPad, your Android tablet, your MacBook, your PC, your smart TV, your projector, your whatever that has like online browser.
Okay, excellent. So I think one more question about the video thing, explaining the online experiences. Mybrit wrote it already. We will, of course, collect a full download link for all the participants here, which we send afterwards, including all the data sheets and videos which are available, links and so on. So you will, of course, get everything again. And for as a special thing, we agreed on that we will offer one free product for every order of a participant here today. If you send the order directly answering on our mail, we will offer one of our strokers for free, which I show here. So it's a harder stroker, which is for free with every Handy order after this webinar. It's a value of 25 euros, so should make use of that. So that's just a free gift of us for joining us. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course we have also POS material. for example, one time the retail kit, which includes the display, the handy, and also flyers as well. And very interesting also for shops is the ellipse. You can see it behind Björn.
It's a very big one, so I will stand up so maybe you can see how tall it is. It's a very
Wow.
Looks good.
so it's roughly 2 meters high, so it's good and an eye catcher for every store, I guess.
Fantastic.
Yeah, all of this is of course available in our store. You will get the link together with an email after the webinar. You can require it, and of course we will send it for free to your to make use of it in your stores.
Yeah, I already wrote it into the chat, so this webinar will be uploaded at YouTube the next few days, so your colleagues can as well.
Yeah. So I think that was almost it. I don't know if there are still any questions left from the audience, from our participants today. Then just write it now. I think we'll wait some more minutes to check all details about it. Of course, you should follow all our social media things like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. When we get new stuff in or new information from the guys from Norway, then we will of course share it in our stories in our channels there. So you should make sure that you follow us down there. And of course, we will have all the information also in our normal magazines and catalogs, which we are sharing with you all the time.
Can I comment on one thing, Björn?
Sure.
Just at the end. Out of experience now from the users or the consumers, it is definitely a different way, or the handy is definitely a different way of using a masturbation machine or automatic masturbation machine. So what we experience is that it needs to be, or the consumer needs to be taught on how to use it. So, you know, for those of you who decide to try to sell this product, get to know it, because it is not something that you just stick your penis into. It's something that you need to try a couple of times before it's, you know, fully effectful, because it's a different way. That's maybe number one experience that we've learned from the markets.
This is, of course, we are a tech company, so we have thought completely out of the box. So what you're used to, this is we are different. We are a tech company, so this is a tech product. So you have to think a little bit different.
So I think we will combine it in that way with your tech experience, with our erotic experience, and make good use of that combination to make sure that every one of our partners understood what your good ideas are about it. So I think that's really something important for the future. Did you see the question?
He can basically use his cell phone with a 3G or a 4G connection. And you want to explain that?
Yeah, that's one thing, one position, but also the machine works without Wi-Fi. If you just wanted to see how it moves up and down, and you can change the stroke length and everything, you don't need Wi-Fi to operate the machine. It's just if you want to connect it online, then you need Wi-Fi. So the product is by itself, standalone, without any connection. It's also a great product, but with the online functions, then it's a complete different world as well.
Yeah, this is important. This is important. So the machine itself works standalone, but the uniqueness of it is that you're able to take benefit from the technological development that you have in the space.
Okay. So, but I think there's one more question about the video. So, but the clients can use or make use of the videos in their store and show it on their mobile phones or in any screen that's possible, right?
Yes. As long as it has a web browser. So if you have a tablet in your store or a phone, your smartphone or whatever, you can
maybe it might be a good idea to you have this special curve video where you show how it goes ahead. I don't know if this is something we can use or share with our clients. They use good type of explanation how it works and how good the connection really is. So maybe that might be a good idea for us to edit.
Yeah, you can go into handyfeeling.com and there it is.
Okay, so we can download it for ourselves.
Yeah, but
let's also we can discuss different options afterwards as well, Björn, on how we can put together some kind of retailer kit on the software part, so that they can easily present this in the store.
Yeah,
because I understand that it might be. Yeah,
I think as good as we can explain, I think that's a question from Ilya. When they are in the store and we're talking really about a pricey product, it's not a cheap thing, so it's a really price point which we need to explain. Of course, I think we need a good explanation on that part to convince the customer from that special product. So that's I think something we should, of course, work on.
Yeah,
understandable. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So just to show it, I have this one not connected to anything, it's just free, and it's working normally, so you can put the strokes up and down. So it's no need to show how it works on a manual base. That's not a big thing. Okay. Any more questions so far from anywhere in the world? I think we're very open to a lot of different countries here. So any further questions?
I don't think so.
Oh, don't think. Okay, so if not, I think we will stop it here. I think we are done. We're far out of time. I think we planned it with 20-30 minutes, so I think it's a little bit more. But anyway, so it's good to explain it more. And yeah, it would be great if we get your feedback. If you like the webinar, we want to see more of this things with us. Yeah, and you will get an email from us, a reminder with all the details and all the informations we shared here. Yeah, and that's it so far. So thank you all for listening. Thank you guys in Norway.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Good to see you again, and hopefully we will meet soon. Maybe not on the Aerofame or any fair this year, but hopefully very, very soon somewhere out there. So yeah, thanks a lot, and
thank you so much.
Take care.